Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new campaign that has come to DBZ Dokkan Battle, and that is basically, after the worldwide celebration, it is the Energy Rush Autumn Growth campaign, and it features the physical Turles. So it's a pretty straightforward campaign. There isn't too much going on. It only lasts 2 weeks, it seems, or so. So pretty straightforward stuff, I think. The Energy Rush campaign will be right before the Super Dragon Ball Heroes event, which we'll probably get more information on soon. So all in all, some pretty good stuff. And then we'll have Tanabata, or is it the other way around? But one of the two. So essentially we have some login missions, nothing too special, 15 stones, 15 days, and then we have the Autumn Growth special missions. These are 14 stones, and these are fairly simple, most of the time requiring you to use a team of space traveling warriors, and as well just finishing up a lot of the current events. You will need to Z-awaken some units, Dokkan awaken some units, and just do these simple things, but there's nothing too crazy about it. It's not like there's a insane mission here or anything like that. A lot of it comes from stamina grind, which a lot of you will be able to complete over the course of the events throughout the various story events, and of course the various events in general. So pretty good stuff from that regard. Now in terms of the missions, you can obviously find them under the King Kai tab, but overall I will say it's pretty damn simple. Between the Wheelo event and the like DB story events, there's plenty of ways to expend stamina, so it's not that big a deal. And most of the other missions are fairly straightforward. You do need to Dokkan event, or specifically Dokkan awaken the Wheelo character, but that's not anything too crazy. Now, in terms of the actual campaign itself and the content that has come with the campaign, obviously there's quite a fair chunk of content. There are these special growth missions, which I'll cover in another video because it requires you to go through the Super Strike missions specifically, and I want to go a little bit more into detail about what that entails. So we will cover these in another video. I haven't included them in the stone count, so there's a little bit more stones than what is displayed on the title of the video, but it's about 15 or so. So just keep your eye out for these. Generally speaking, they're going to require you to work on Super Strike units. We will discuss which ones and how to focus on them in another video. Now with that being said, of course there is the campaign with the events, and the campaign is pretty straightforward. There's a fair chunk of content, not anything crazy, but a fair chunk, and I think a lot of it comes out actually next week. So it seems like there's not too much going on for this weekend. Most people will either be Dokkan awakening Turles, giving out the SBR a try, and doing the story events and the Prime Battle character. There's the new Dokkan Festival Turles and his banner, of course, which we'll do a save or summon on. There is the new Dokkan event for Turles alongside a new DB story based on the movie The Tree of Might, which is pretty cool. Then there is also a new SBR stage that has been added in as well for a powerful comeback, a new Prime Battle for Dr. Wheelo, return of the Sinister Scientist, which I think is based on the Mightiest Warrior movie. Then we have some new sub-EZAs, we have reopening of old story events, and then we have some news about what's coming next week. So we have an Extreme Z battle for the Go Bros, or Super Saiyan Gohan and Goten. We have a weekend summon login bonus and weekend summon special mission bonuses, which is good for summon tickets. And then we also have a new Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash opening up as well. So pretty cool stuff, pretty nice content overall. Really, really solid. Of course, alongside all of that, we have a final little bit of chain battle. And then that kind of feels like it's it. I think they're obviously trying to squeeze this one in before we get to the Super Dragon Ball Heroes, then into the Tanabata, which will be November. But yeah, pretty decent stuff, I would say. So honestly speaking, looks alright, looks like decent content, fairly covered, and yeah, overall pretty happy with that. Now in terms of the other content, in terms of actually finding the events, You can go to the DB story section to find the Tree of Might. It's a pretty straightforward event. Quite a few stones drop from here. There is 22 in total, including missions, which is really, really good. So that's really solid. And a new sport memory that actually looks pretty decent as well. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's a hybrid science buff. So that's all pretty good, I would say, in general. Then alongside that as well, we obviously have the sub EZAs and the new Super Battle Road stages, which are obviously great. So if you go to the story events, there's not too much. If you go to the Dokkan events, there's a new Dokkan event, obviously a new Super Battle Road stage as well. And then of course, under the Extreme Z battles, we also have 2 new sub EZAs. You're going to need to farm those medals, and those are for the Turles Great Ape and the Goku from the Tree of Might movie. There's also this Prime battle against Dr. Wheelo. Prime battles are a hell of a grind, especially without their team bonus or boost or anything. So that is going to be something you're going to have to work on. But yeah, beyond that, it's really not that big a deal. It's just more of a grind than anything else. So yeah, that's basically it. Honestly, not too much else that you need to focus on. If you have done, like any of these contents before, I think you'll be pretty solid. It's honestly a straightforward kind of game mode, it's pretty simple to do all this content. I don't think you need a lot of help on it, but yeah, I obviously will be covering it all. But that's basically gonna be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Obviously keep an eye out for the Ultimate Clash and for the chain battle that will be coming out next week, and the Extreme Z battle. Bye.